Hey everybody, so we are, see now I'm fucked up.
Look at this storm.
Welcome to the upgraded Aqua-Cultured channel, now with even more trawler and yacht content, including boat projects,
Crap, jeez Louise.
maintenance, tours, handling, and plenty of adventures out on the water. Starring myself, Captain Butch, my wife and first mate Jennifer, and our little swab Hunter. If you're enjoying our content, please throw us a like, subscribe, and drop a comment below to let us know. Every little bit helps. Hey everybody, so Jennifer and I are on our friend's Hatteras 64, which I'm sure you've seen this boat in previous videos. Helped bring it up from Fort Lauderdale to Madeira Beach a year or two ago. The owners are out of town and they asked us to look after the boat, take it out, enjoy it. So that's the beauty of having friends with nice boats. So we are going to take the boat from Madeira Beach down to Bradenton for the night. So we've got something to go to down in Bradenton, so we said what better thing to do than take the boat down there and enjoy ourselves and then take our time coming back tomorrow. So we're just getting things ready to go here. Obviously it's a pretty big boat. It's got a couple of 1500 horsepower Caterpillar diesels, so we're going to go through our pre-checklist, make sure everything is ready to go. Generators turned on, shore power turned off, and switched over to ship power. Make sure we're good on fluid levels in the engine room. All the electronics are turned on, so we're just going to kind of walk through that right now, and we'll be underway here hopefully in the next half hour. It takes a little bit of time to get a boat like this to get ready to go. So we're going to start off with going down into the engine room to check on things down there, check the fluid levels on the main engines, and then we'll move on from there. So this is the main engine room access. Comes down into what was once the crew quarters. And so there used to be a toilet on the right hand side here, and then this is a sink, and there's a shower. But be careful, I smashed my hand that way. Alright, so there used to be a crew bunk down here, and the previous owner decided to change that out to make it better for mechanical needs on the boat. So you have your gyroscopic stabilizers. There's two of them on the boat, and we have our main water pump for the house feed. And then there is air conditioning in this space because it was a crew bunk, so it is kind of nice if you're doing work down here, you can cool it down. And then there's another access to the engine room from the cockpit, down a little set of stairs there, or ladder I should say. And then this is the main engine room access. And you can see our big twin Caterpillar 1500 horsepower. I think they're the 3412E Caterpillars. And then there's a large generator just aft of them, which will run one of those generators today to run all of our stabilization, air conditioning, refrigeration, all that good stuff. So I'm going to check the oil levels in the engines, make sure we're good to go here. That one's good. The other side, we're good there. And then we're going to check the transmission fluid as well. That's looking nice. And then on the starboard side. Beauty. And the other thing we're looking for down here is any puddles of water, anything that looks out of the ordinary. You want to go through and check bilge pumps and stuff, which I've done, and made sure they're in working order. And we're pretty much all good down here in the engine room. Okay, so now I'm going to get one of the generators fired up, get the electrical switched over to ship power, and then we'll get the gyro stabilizers spinning, because it takes like 30 to 40 minutes for those things to spin up before they actually start to work and stabilize the boat. So want to get those running sooner than later. So this is where our generator control panel is, and we're going to go with generator number 2 today, and we're going to hold that switch up. Takes a little bit for it to fire on, and then you'll hear it turn on, which I don't know if you will or not, because it is pretty quiet. So that generator is running now. So we'll let that warm up for a little bit. And so this boat has two 50 amp shore power connections. So we have a source 1 and a source 2 that we direct the power consumption to. So since we're running on generator number 2, we're going to be switching the shore power or the ship power selection source to source 2, which is to the generator 2. And then that way we'll be able to run everything that we need to on board. So next we're going to start the main engines, which the control panel is right up here at the lower helm. You can also turn them on or off up at the fly bridge, but we're going to control them from down here for now. And so we have to get the ignition ready. So we are going to hit that. You'll hear the alarm, and then we hit the start button, and that engine will fire right up. We'll silence this guy over here for now. And then we're going to do the same thing for the starboard side. Now those cats are purring away. We'll let those warm up for a little while. And we'll get the rest of the electronics turned on. And we have the same electronics down here that we do up in the fly bridge. And then our gyro controls are on these little touch pads here as well. But like I said, it's going to take a while for those to spool up once we power those on before we can get those active. But we're going to let everything warm up. They're big engines, so it's going to take a little while for them to heat up. And we just slowly work through our checklist, not rush anything, so we're all good to go. Alright, so the generator's been warming up for a little bit, so we're going to switch over to the shore power. And before I do that, I'm just going to switch off the main air conditioner here in the salon so that when we switch over, it's not going to overload the generator when the air conditioner goes to kick on. So we have our control down here, source number 2, source number 1, so we're going to switch over source number 2. So right now it's on shore power. We're going to switch that off. We got the alarm because we lost shore power. Switch off the transformer, slide that red tab over, and turn generator number 2 on. And so now there's still a leg that is running off of shore power 1. So we're going to switch that over to 2. So everything's on 2, running off of generator 2. So now that is switched over, and we can shut off shore power 1. And now we're good to disconnect the shore power cables off of the dock, stow those on board. Now we're running off of ship power. Alright, so now we're on ship power. We can get the Seakeepers rolling. So you can see here on the main screen, I've got that pulled up for Seakeeper 1. As you can remember, there's 2 Seakeepers on board. So we're going to hit this power button. That's going to get that stabilizer spinning. So it'll take a while to get up to speed. This is our progress bar, kind of like when your computer is starting. It'll let you know when everything is fired up, and you'll hit another button to activate the stabilizer once it gets to that point. So now I'm going to switch over to Seakeeper 2, and we're going to turn that on. So now they're starting to spin, and it will take about 30 to 40 minutes before we can activate them, and they'll be good to go. Okay, so we are up in the fly bridge now, and we're going to just test the controls up here, make sure we're good to go, so that when we untie the dock lines, we're not going to be flailing around trying to get out of here. So we want to make sure everything's good to go. So we have the bow and stern thrusters on this boat. So we have the thruster main that we're turning on, and then we're going to power on the stern and bow thruster. And we're going to test those. So I can hear them now. That's the bow thruster, left and right. Stern thruster, can hear that as well. And then we have multiple helm stations on this boat. So we have the fly bridge station, we have one in the cockpit, we have one at the lower helm, and then we have a yacht controller here, so you can wirelessly control the boat. So we're going to activate this station, and then we're just going to make sure it goes into gear and comes out of gear. Just going to bump that into gear. We're good there. Alright, and then we're going to test this dock controller, so we can use that. So I'm going to turn on the yacht control power, going to beep at me. I'm going to turn on the remote here. Okay, a couple of quick clicks of the start button on the yacht controller, and this thing should be good to go. So now we're going to test out the bow and stern thruster with this. You can hear the bow thruster. You can hear the stern thruster. Okay, it engages the engine. So I'm going to turn this back off for now. And we're just about good to go. Alright, so we've got our Marriage Savers headsets on since we're married now, so we got to make sure we hold this stuff together. And these are very nice to have on a big boat like this when you are getting in and out of a slip, to make sure we can communicate effectively with each other and not be yelling and missing communication. So these are nice to have. Leaving the marina, we must pass through a very narrow fairway with boats and homes on either side. Even at idle, this boat puts off a considerable wake. Therefore, I take the engines out of gear every several seconds to reduce our effect on everyone's property. Johns Pass Bridge. This is outbound motor vessel Derry J requesting an opening, please.
Johns Pass Bridge. Good morning, Captain. What's the name again, please?
It is Derry J.
10-4, Captain. I'll start you open in just a moment. Keep her coming.
Copy that. Standing by on 9. Alright, so we've shoved off the dock. We're just about to go out to the Gulf through the Johns Pass Bridge, and the Seakeepers are ready to go. So you can see, I need to brighten these screens, but there's a button here that you hit. It looks like a, there is a, it looks like a boat that goes side to side there, so we're just going to hit that, and now that Seakeeper is operating. The other one still has a little bit left to go, so we'll check back in just a couple minutes. But we're just waiting for the bridge to open right now, and then we'll be heading out to the Gulf and then heading south down towards Bradenton. We're going to go to Twin Dolphin Marina today, so never been there, so that'll be fun. So we have been underway for like 45 minutes or so. We went out of Johns Pass just in time. See the weather behind us. Had some nice lightning strikes back there, so made it out just in time. It's beautiful out here. It's about 1 to 2 foot seas, but not too bad. And also with the Seakeepers, they're doing a good job. And so we are about to reach the Tampa Bay entrance, just north of Egmont Key, and we're going to come in that channel and head towards Twin Dolphin. And so we're going to meet up with a couple of Jennifer's friends and her father. And what else are we doing?
We have a baby shower to go to at 4:30. And we're just going to explore Twin Dolphin. My dad is at the gun show in Palmetto right now, and he's going to meet us later on, and we'll introduce you to Dougie Fresh. And a couple of buddies are coming over, and we're going to have some fun tonight.
Yeah, so we're going to Twin Dolphin Marina, which is up the Manatee River, and we will give you a tour there, check out the sights. This is the first time that I've been into the Twin Dolphin Marina. I've driven by it many times. I've been to the Regatta Point Marina, which is right across from it, but Twin Dolphin has got some good ratings. There's a good pool there, a restaurant.
They just built the Riverwalk. I think it was like $8.2 million project. I'm from Bradenton, Anna Maria originally, so we're gonna give you a tour.
So that's Egmont Key right there. We're just going in between Egmont Key and Port DeSoto, right over there. And that's the Skyway Bridge way up there. And we are heading just south of the Skyway Bridge to Bradenton, just out that way. And then right over there is Passage Key, which is the nude island.
Titty City.
The naked island.
Titty City.
Titty City. And that just to our south is Anna Maria Island. That is Bean Point out towards the end there, the westernmost edge. Beautiful beach. As we enter the Manatee River, we pass a couple of great anchorages, with DeSoto National Memorial to our starboard and Emerson Point Preserve to our port.
Justin, you there?
53-foot Hatteras over there, doing donuts. I don't know what they're doing. Either sea trialing their boat or calibrating their autopilot or looking for a place to drop the hook. During the summertime in Florida, you have to deal with random severe thunderstorms. They can be difficult to predict, and you just have to be prepared to deal with them. On this day, we knew the thunderstorm activity was going to kick up in the afternoon, so we made an effort to get to the marina before they did. Well, they flared up a little sooner than expected. Fortunately, we were in a nice open body of water on a sturdy boat, so we could just hang tight until things would inevitably settle down. Alright, just in front of us is Twin Dolphin. Some nice weather just to the east of us. And Regatta Point just to the port side there. Definitely some gnarly weather out here. Twin Dolphin Marina, Twin Dolphin Marina. This is motor vessel Gary J. Yeah, hey there. We have a slip reservation for this evening, and just about to come in the breakwater there in just a few minutes. So looking for your guidance.
Okay, you need some help?
Yes, indeed. And we're in slip E5. Is that correct?
Right, and the first chaseway to the left, and then come down on your left.
Copy that. And will it be a starboard or port side tie? I'm assuming that would be aft end.
Aft end, starboard side.
Copy that. We're going to just hang outside just to get our lines and fenders ready, and then we'll be coming in here shortly.
Okay, I'll head down that way. I'll meet you down there on the phone.
Copy. Thank you much. Stand by on 7-2 and 16. Fortunately, the weather stayed mainly just to the east of us, but it still gave us winds of 25 plus knots. Since we would be docking in a new to us marina, we decided to hang just outside until the wind slacked off. Good thing we did, because the entrance into the marina is very tight and we had to shoehorn in between a couple of yachts. Thanks to good communication between Jennifer and I and the great maneuverability of this Hatteras, our performance and maneuvers made us look like we really knew what we were doing. And just like that, we slipped into our berth and tied up with the assistance of the friendly and helpful Twin Dolphin dockhand. The Twin Dolphin Marina certainly checks a lot of boxes. It has easy access from Tampa Bay, nice floating docks with very good protection, friendly and helpful staff, a wonderful pool with barbecue grills available, Wi-Fi, clean bathrooms and showers, laundry, a ship store, and they also provide loaner bicycles to explore the area. There is a lovely fine dining waterfront restaurant on site, and of course you're a walking distance to downtown Bradenton with a plethora of bars and restaurants. You also have direct access to the beautiful 2-mile-long Bradenton Riverwalk that is great for getting some exercise with a view. Also, right next to the marina is the South Florida Museum featuring the Parker Manatee Aquarium and Bishop Planetarium. The sunsets aren't half bad either. I definitely recommend the Twin Dolphin Marina. Alright, so we made it in yesterday. The weather was getting kind of gnarly as we were coming in. Luckily, it kind of just skirted around us. The wind only picked up for a little bit. We got into Twin Dolphin here. It's pretty tight getting in. The breakwater is pretty narrow where the bulkhead restaurant is, and then we shoehorned into the slip here between a couple of yachts, but everything went well. It's nice having those big bow and stern thrusters and the marriage savers. It went quite smoothly. And then we chilled out for a little bit, went to the pool. I got a nice facility here, cooled off, and then we went to baby shower and hung out with some friends for a little bit. Took an Uber from here. It's like a 5-minute drive and came back. Had dinner at Pier 22, and great place, great food, great ambiance, right on the water, beautiful scenery with the breeze. And then Jennifer's father came and visited with us when we got done with dinner. Perfect timing, so we had some docktails and watched the sunset, listened to some nice music and relaxed. It was just a beautiful evening. And then this morning we woke up around 7 and looked up what was around here. This is downtown Bradenton, but it's kind of a sleepy town. First thing in the morning, there was a nice breakfast restaurant within walking distance. Went and had breakfast and coffee. Came back, went in the pool again, walked the docks and up over the bridge to get some nice views. And we're going to be getting ready to head out here soon, and we're likely to go out to Egmont and drop the hook and chill out, maybe jump in the water out there, enjoy life on this beautiful Sunday, and then we'll go back to home port in Madeira Beach. And there's supposed to be a lot of thunderstorm activity today, so we may be trying to skirt some storms and getting in when we can, but we'll just kind of see how it goes when we get out there. But been a great weekend so far. Okay, so we just anchored at Egmont Key. We left Twin Dolphin this morning just before it started to rain. We just dropped the hook. I was able to come out here with Jennifer with the yacht controller to find the right spot to drop the anchor and make sure the anchor's working. This is the first time this boat has been anchored since our friends bought the boat. So we're testing it out for them to make sure it works. And so far so good. We've got about 60 feet of chain out. It's about 7 feet of water. So we're just gonna be here for a little bit. The conditions are calm right now. We've got a little bit of an outgoing tide that's pulling us towards the mouth of Tampa Bay, but Egmont Key is right there. Anna Maria is just to the south of us. The Sunshine Skyway is to the east into Tampa Bay, and then Fort DeSoto just to the north there. And then further up the beach is where we'll be going later. So we'll just keep an eye on the weather today because it might get a little aggressive towards the end of the day. And we'll go in when we feel it's a good time to go. But that's boating for you. Yep. Egmont Key is a state park island located at the mouth of Tampa Bay. Although it primarily serves as a wildlife refuge for nesting sea turtles, gopher tortoises, and over 30,000 nesting pairs of birds and other wildlife, it can be a personal refuge and a place to relax and collect shells along secluded, pristine beaches. Accessible only by boat, Egmont Key has a unique natural and cultural history, including a lighthouse that has stood since 1858. During the 19th century, the island served as a camp for captured Seminoles at the end of the Third Seminole War and was later occupied by the Union Navy during the Civil War. In 1898, as the Spanish-American War threatened, Fort Dade was built on the island and remained active until 1923. In addition to touring the historic sites and trails, visitors can enjoy swimming, fishing, wildlife viewing, and picnicking. Over the years, the Gulf side of the island has been eroding away, causing the Fort Dade structures to crumble into the water, making for more fish habitat and snorkeling opportunity. Egmont Key is one of my favorite anchorages, but beware of easterly winds that can ruin your fun. And for more than a century, the Tampa Bay Pilots Association has been stationed on Egmont Key to meet the ships as they come in and out of Tampa Bay. After a short, pleasureful time, we weighed anchor to head back to home port. The motto of the weekend seemed to be timing. As soon as we departed, storms erupted over Tampa Bay and our Egmont anchorage. We seemed to depart at just the right time for each leg to avoid the temperamental storms. Call it luck or strategy, whatever it was, it worked out well in our favor. We did catch some rain, but it actually made things even more enjoyable and relaxing. So we are just a few miles away from Johns Pass Inlet. We've been having a nice, easy cruise from Egmont. We had some storms flare up, but it's been actually kind of pleasant because it's knocked the heat down. It was lightning off in the distance, and that's kind of dissipated. It's just dropping rain and blowing a little fresh breeze on us. It's definitely raining behind us, and so I just slowed up the throttles a little bit. So we'll let this thing peter out before we come into Johns Pass, so we're not docking in a downpour. We're fair weather cruisers today. We're gonna do it when it's nice and pleasant, and not when you don't want to be doing it. So Johns Pass is just up here. Pretty nice out here. We're the only boats out, or only boat out here aside from a jackwagon pontoon boat that decided to just go right out in front of us for no reason, and then they just went back the same way they came. I don't know what they were doing. Oh well. So it's been enjoyable. Thanks again for watching, and be sure to like, subscribe, and hit that bell so you're notified of future videos. We look forward to seeing you next time. so now we're up at the flag bridge. And just making sure that the thrusters are working. They're not.
How do you get dumbass?
Give it a little toot. I don't know if it's gonna work.
Push hard.
Okay, where'd the horn go?
The big one right there.